Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be making some jewelry for myself. I'm going to take you guys along with me through my process, my thoughts, everything, the whole shebang. You're going to see it all. So let's first get into it. I'm going to grab my materials I got here for us. I got it already pulled out. So here are my natural shells and glass beads on the side. I like to set this up in a specific kind of way. I like them on my right side just because I feel like I can really see them like that. This next container here has all of my almost like filler gems, charms, things like that. So we've got different materials and like beads, like little small beads, and also some big beads, some glass blown beads. I like to put that on the left. And then in the middle here, I like to keep my box of crystals. So that's all of my crystals. I don't want them to spill out. That would be horrible. But yeah, I usually keep that right in front of me. I usually keep these like this. And right here, directly in front of me, I put my ruler right here so I can always measure. I've got crimp beads and crimp bead covers in here. I've got some keychain jump rings and keychain finishings in there. I've got my wire that I'm using. It's gonna be backwards for you, but you can find this at any craft store, online, anywhere like that. And then I have my trusty, dusty beading mat. So I really love this mat because it's like a case. You can work on either side, and then if you want to, you can close up your design and it keeps it all together in one spot. And sometimes your stuff might move around, but for the most part it stays and it's good. Let me show you on the inside again. It's this white squishy foam. I usually just pick one side and then I just put the other side off to the side. And then that is how I start the setup. Okay, so this is the setup from my point of view. This little thing picks up all, like any and all fuzz. You can kind of see that. So if you notice the fuzz, it's just this material. Here are my natural stones, my crystals, and everything else. I also have like pre-made charms and stuff if I ever need a charm. Oh, that's super bright. Hold on. Too much light. So yeah, and now I want to kind of go over like how I decide to pick things, my process, and everything like that. Okay, so how I like to typically start everything is I like to have like a theme or a thought or a color to go off of. Now, because I'm making this for myself, I decided that something that I'm missing from my crystal jewelry collection is like a purple set. So I'm gonna start off with some amethyst, because when you think of a purple crystal, I don't know what you guys think of, but the first thing that comes to my mind is amethyst. So what I like to do is kind of pick the different crystals that either go with like the vibe, the intention, the theme of it. So for example, if my theme was creativity, I might immediately go for this orange agate, and whether or not I wanted an orange, I would pick up the orange agate and place it down just to at least look at it, get my thoughts and ideas flowing and going with that. So I like to pull out the purple here. We also have some fluorite right next to it, which I'm going to pull out. And because I'm feeling like a color vibe as well as an intention vibe, which is the third eye chakra, which is purple, I am just gonna look around. Even this Muka light kind of has like some purple hints to it. It's kind of more of like a it has purple, but it also has like these really pretty browns and blacks. And I don't have a Muka light set for myself, so that is something that I could do. I could incorporate that if I wanted to. I'm also feeling like kind of similar to this water bottle I got recently, like purple cream vibes, which is also exactly what I'm wearing right now. Got on purple shorts and a cream sweater. So I'm gonna pull out my tans. Here are some more tan little spacer beads here. I'm also kind of feeling like black, but I don't know if black, purple, and cream are gonna go well together. I have some of these circle, sphere, black jasper. It's either black jasper or black obsidian. I have to look to see what it is exactly. I don't remember off the top of my head, but if I wanted to stay in more of like the lighter family, I might even come over here to my natural stones and shells and maybe go for pearls, which is like wisdom vibes, which I always love and use and resonate with. So essentially what I'm doing right now, I'm really just like pulling different things together and putting them right in front of my face so I can see them and kind of get inspired by them. So I even have these like little flower shaped oyster shells. These are pearls, spherical pearls, heart shaped pearls. And then these are like oysters, which are just like these, but in a different shape. And another thing that I do a lot of times is I just kind of sit here and like stare and look and contemplate, and then I grab more. And I might put something back, I might grab more. So that's just the very beginning of the process. I have this little purple agate here that I'm looking at. I also picked up this flower shaped pearl charm that I'm contemplating and thinking about adding in there. I also have these. I don't remember what these crystals are off the top of my head. I have to look them up. I can't remember what they are, but they kind of have like this pastel kind of vibe to them. Kind of purpley, light purple vibe that I could add. I'm thinking about this Muka light here. It's kind of like a pinky purple. What color? Burgundy? Am I thinking of the word burgundy? It is kind of like a burgundy vibe. Now, while I do think that would be really pretty, and I do think I would wear that, that's not really the vibe that I'm going for. Honestly, I'm going for more of like a light pastel purple vibe. I also picked up some moonstone. Sometimes I contemplate whether, like, if I want to include moonstone or clear quartz. They have different properties, so I kind of think about their properties and then I we'll decide from there. I also have, I don't think that would go. I was gonna say I have these like silver spacer beads, but I don't think I'm feeling that. Amethyst and moonstone, or even labradorite. And I feel like the labradorite might make it too dark. Like I might have to just end up making a darker purple set eventually. I'm really feeling drawn to like a very bright, light purple, like a lilac. Like I changed my band on my watch and it's a really super light, dusty purple. Like I showed you earlier in my water bottle, this is like a really light purple. I'm wearing these light purple shorts. That's what I've been drawn to, and that's what I want to make for myself. So let me tell you guys what I'm thinking right now. So what I'm thinking is doing like a necklace with the amethyst, the moonstone, and maybe just these brown spacers, and incorporating these pearl circles, since it is like the third eye chakra. I'm thinking about doing 3 because I love to include a little numerology in my set. I like to sprinkle that in. Imagine 3 pendants. I don't think I have any pendants made from these, no. Imagine like 3 circular pendants hanging down from a purple and tan set. I haven't done anything like this before, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take most of this stuff off of here and just keep what I'm thinking about using and start creating a pattern and go from there. So let's get into it. All right, so like I mentioned before, I like to include and incorporate numerology. And then I will probably do my pattern in some sort of 3. Like I'll include that in there, whether it's something like 2 moonstones, 2 amethysts, and 3 spacer beads. I usually like to do the pattern a little bit just to see if I like it, because if I don't like it, I'll switch it up and change it. And the good thing about creating a jewelry set is that you can do different patterns with the same set of things. So my necklace might have 3 fillers or 3 spacers and 2 of these, but maybe my bracelet set will have 3 of these, 3 moonstone. It might have 3 amethyst, and then just like 2. 2 is like balance. 3 is related to intuition, connection, third eye, and all that jazz. So you can see here how these patterns are made up of the same elements, but they look a little different. Let me bring you in. Yeah, you can see here that they're different, but they've got a similar kind of vibe to them. But I'm gonna keep playing around with this and kind of come up with a specific pattern, and I will be right back. Okay, here is the pattern. I just stretched it out. So what I ended up doing was I ended up adding this silver pearl little chunks in between the 2 crystals here. I think that'll give it a nice little silver pop. I love a little silver moment. And this is the idea I have for the bracelet that I just continued on with. I might have to adjust it due to the size of the actual bracelet, but once I put it on the string, we'll go from there. We'll see the sizing, we'll see the pattern, we'll see if we like it. So the next step is to just get our wire and to just string it on. I've got my tea here. Look at this. Look at the matching. It's like, man, I love when things just match like that. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is cut the string. Okay, so I'm gonna take this lobster clasp. It comes with a little jump ring. I usually use that as the other end of my necklaces so you can attach it to something. So I just took that off, and it has this little loop at the bottom. I'm gonna take the string and I'm going to loop it through, and then I'm going to use one of these crimp beads here. I'm gonna add that on, and then I'm gonna use one of these crimp bead covers to cover up the crimped bead. Sounds easy enough, right? Okay, so I've added the crimp bead, and now I'm going to take some pliers and squish it and crush it. So now it's flat. And then I'm basically, like, you can see how flat it is. I'm basically just gonna turn it on its side and then crush it this way. So here is the crimped bead, and now this is not going anywhere. It's on there, it's very secure. Okay guys, here is the necklace. Let me see if it's even. Yeah, it's pretty even. I ended up doing a little bit over 16 inches, and I went ahead and I just added another crimp bead and a crimp bead cover to the end, just like I showed you guys I did right under the lobster clasp. And now I'm just gonna add, honestly, you could just clasp this lobster clasp straight on here, but I'm gonna add a jump ring. Just gonna put it through and take a little plier, 2 pliers, and just close it up. Oh. Whoopsies. Okay, I'm just gonna take this and put it in. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Oh my god. So this is what she's looking like before we add on the circles, the curl circles. Very cute, very pretty. Yeah, so the next thing we gotta do is turn these into charms. Oh, these are so pretty to me. Like, this is so gorgeous. I love when they have like the darker colors on here. I love that so much. They're all so unique. I love that. Looper tool. And these head pins. So head pins are pins with a flat bottom. So this is super easy and simple. You just thread it through the hole, and then you take the looper tool and then you put the pin through the hole. So you just thread it through the hole as close to the element as possible, and then you just squeeze and boom, we have a charm just like that. Quick and easy. The excess just breaks off, and then we can attach it to the middle, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the rest of them. This is a right-handed tool. Like, this is not left-handed friendly. Like, I want to hold this in my left hand, but that's kind of awkward. Shout out to all my lefties out there. And it's like, I could do it holding it, but it would be backwards, and I can't really see it as well. Sorry if it was out of frame. Super simple. Now just like that, in just a couple minutes, we have 3 charms, and we're gonna put them on the necklace. So the middle of the necklace is like the middle of these. So because there's 5 instead of 4 in the middle, I'm just gonna have to pick one side for this to go on if I want it on this side or on this side. Just gonna hook it on. And if you need to widen it up, you can always use your pliers. I think this hole is big enough. Yeah, see? We've got it looped through. Then I'm gonna take some pliers and I'm gonna close this up so it's nice and tight. Okay, so my original intention was to do the 3. This is what 1 looks like. And let's just imagine where the other ones will go. We can do them like here, which is pretty close to the other ones. And we could do it a little further back. What do we think? Do we think further away or closer? I'm thinking closer. This is what it's looking like. I kind of had to adjust where I placed both of them. It's not even. I think it's because this one is not directly in the center, so it kind of throws these off, but that's fine with me. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I really like the way this looks. It's giving ocean beach sand dollar. Like, I feel like I'm wearing like the golden doubloons of like a mermaid, like mermaid doubloons. Like, I feel like a rich mermaid, and I love that. So next I'm going to do the bracelet with some stretch magic. I'm gonna use it, make it stretchy, just because that's what I prefer when it comes to bracelets. I could do the same thing where I do a clamp, but knowing myself, I like to slip it on, slip it off, you know. I don't want to be bothered. So it's super simple. I'm just gonna string it up and I'm gonna show you guys. So this is the bracelet. I ended up going with 2 pearls, very symmetrical. It's very cute. When I'm done with making my jewelry, I just tried it on just to show you, but I don't like to wear it straight out of me making it. I like to sit it on. I have some selenite here that I like to sit my crystals on so they can cleanse and charge. And so I'm going to just lay her here and lay her here. I'll probably have it sitting there for at least a few hours, but sometimes I like to do a day, just to let the vibes happen. You know what I'm saying? Just let the vibes vibe out, okay? You understand? You get it? If you get it, you get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.